10 months ago, I started using tretinoin. Tretinoin is a prescription-only cream that is considered to be the gold standard in skincare.
I consider this to be the GOAT of skincare ingredients. It is the greatest of all time. It is.
It's long been used by celebrities to achieve their crystal clear, smooth, glowing skin, and it's now available to the masses. I've been using it for 300 days to see if it made a difference. And in this video, I'll explain what's happened to my skin as a result of using tretinoin, and I'll share some tips about using it. But first, let's look at what tretinoin is and what it does. Tretinoin was originally prescribed to treat acne because of its ability to reduce oil production, unclog the pores and increase cell turnover. But now tretinoin is also used as an anti-aging product. And the thing that makes tretinoin stand out from other skincare products is that it's proven to work. It's proven to improve wrinkles, increase collagen, to reduce pigmentation, and it's proven to increase skin thickness. Tretinoin is a retinoid, which is derived from vitamin A, and it's used in skincare products to increase cell turnover. Retinoids are similar to retinols, and retinols can be bought in regular shops and are also derived from vitamin A, but retinols are much weaker than retinoids, and it's why a prescription is needed for tretinoin. Tretinoin typically comes in 3 strengths, and it's advised to start on the weakest strength so the skin can adapt. The reason tretinoin is used as an anti-aging product is because it increases cell turnover, bringing young, new skin to the surface quicker. And it's a highly studied ingredient.
It's perhaps one of the best studied ingredients in all of skincare.
And unlike many other skin creams and ingredients, it actually gives newer, younger skin with more collagen. And one thing I recently found out is that our skin has retinoid receptors in, which I find fascinating. It's like my skin was designed for tretinoin.
Basically, retinoids are like keys that fit into locks, which are the receptors. And when that happens, they will trigger an effect.
I feel like I can see when someone does use tretinoin, it kind of gives that glowy, smooth, glass skin effect. So tretinoin has got all of these amazing proven benefits. So why, if it's so good, why isn't everyone using it? It does come with some downsides. It's very common to experience dryness, peeling, flaking, redness and irritation, especially when starting using it. And this happens because the skin renewal process increases and the skin needs to get used to it. I had some dryness, flaking and peeling at the start, and I'll share what I did to minimise the negative effects in a minute. The skin can also go through a purging phase, which sounds quite dramatic, and I suppose in a way it is. It's where the skin gets worse before it gets better. I've got some kind of purging thing going on at the minute. These came out the other day. My skin is really dry, so I've put loads of tallow on it so you can't really see it. You can see a bit of dryness. That white patch there, that's dry skin. But I'm going through a bit of a adapting phase. Feels a bit weird sometimes because I'm using something because I want my skin to look good, but then it kind of does this, but I know it's going to pass. I've heard that some people don't get any side effects, but it took me about 3 months for my skin to fully adapt. And hopefully the tips that I share will help if you're just about to start tretinoin or you're still getting some irritation. And an important note to say, tretinoin isn't suitable for everyone. Women who are pregnant, trying to get pregnant or breastfeeding, they can't use it. And there's some other conditions that means tretinoin isn't suitable. So given that it's a prescription only cream, then it's best to follow professional advice. Before I show you my results, which I think are pretty good, let's talk about some of the things that I did to minimise the side effects of tretinoin, because from what I've seen, many people give up before it's actually had a chance to work, and then they miss out on all of the good stuff. Only use tretinoin in the evening because it makes the skin sensitive to the sun, and that also means protecting the skin from the sun either with a sunscreen, a sun umbrella or a sun hat, things like that. Start on the weakest strength. I started on 0.025% and I used the first tube in about 4 months, and then I bought the 0.05%, but I wish I'd have stayed at the lower strength for longer because the irritation was so much harder to deal with on the 0.05%, And it's only now after 10 months of using it that I can tolerate the 0.05% with minimal irritation, but I wish I hadn't been so hasty with increasing the strength. Use a pea-sized amount for the whole face. Using more doesn't mean getting more results. Using more just means getting more irritation. Use tretinoin on completely dry skin to prevent irritation. So I wash my face, and then before I put my tretinoin on, I do some nighttime stuff like brush and floss my teeth, put my pyjamas on and let my skin fully dry. Avoid creases in the skin, like by the earlobe and then also around the nose. I was using tretinoin close to the edges of my face, and it made this part of my ear, it made it so dry that it actually cracked the skin. It can also make around the nostrils really dry, which isn't a great look because the flaky skin, well, it basically looks like bogies. So now I avoid these areas, and I also use a barrier cream, which I'll explain in a minute. When first starting with tretinoin, apply it every third night. So that works out about twice a week. Then after a week or two, you can increase it to 3 times a week. Then go to alternating nights. And then eventually you'll be able to go to every night, but increase the frequency gradually. And if you get any irritation, take a few days off so your skin can catch up. Another tip to reduce irritation is to use the sandwich method. Apply a moisturiser first, then the tretinoin, and then a moisturiser on top. I still use a barrier cream a lot of the time. I use it on my chin and around my mouth because that's where I get a lot of peeling and flaking skin. And I tried a few different barriers. I used tallow, squalene, castor oil. I used a skin balm, and I've just started using jojoba oil, and they all work great to stop the skin from being flaky. But I think my favourite so far is the tallow and the jojoba oil. I had to stop using a gentle face wash, and I moved to a gentle face cleanser because the wash with the tretinoin was causing a lot of dryness, and then since I moved to the cleansing cream, I don't really get any dryness at all. And when using tretinoin, there's no need to use other exfoliants or complex face creams and ingredients because the skin is being exfoliated by the tretinoin. And I think, only in my experience and from what I've heard, it's best to just let that active ingredient do its thing and not put too much else on the skin. I actually wanted to make this a 12-month experiment, but it's actually only 10. And the reason being is I just started derma rollering and I didn't want to affect the results for this video. And I will be making a video about derma rollering in a few months. I've been using tretinoin for 10 months. What difference has it made to my skin? This is what my skin looked like before tretinoin, and I'll admit I don't feel great about sharing these pictures, but anyway. And this is what my skin looks like after 10 months of using tretinoin. It's a bit annoying because I moved house between the two pictures and the lighting isn't the same, but I tried my best to match it up. I haven't achieved the flawless glass skin effect that I see other people achieve, but I think the results are still good. The overall texture and appearance has improved and my skin is a lot smoother. And let's bear in mind, taking the before and after pictures at that horrible angle and so close up, it's not flattering. So here's some videos of my skin before and after tretinoin. And I know I'm wearing makeup, but there's an obvious improvement. It feels more plump and bouncy. And when I do things like this, it kind of just bounces back, which I don't feel like it used to do that. I don't get many breakouts anymore, and when I do get one, it comes and then it goes really quickly. But the thing I'm most excited about here is this is only 10 months and apparently it just keeps getting better. YouTube thinks you're going to like this video next, so maybe give that a watch.